Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Saturday Night Live with yours truly, Posha Malcolm. And we are so happy that we can join tonight's community. And the topic for tonight is Toronto braces for dangerous Arctic blast and extreme cold is expected. Let me tell you, we have had a really very active winter season right here in Canada, especially in Ontario. Well, other places, but I'm here, right here in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. So we have been having a lot of snowfall, a lot of cold condition and stuff like that. But guess what? This weekend, especially tomorrow, we are supposed to be having some uh, dangerous, they said, dangerous Arctic blast, and we're in the color orange. So we're going to get into it. If it's your first time that you are joining this channel, welcome to a place where your story matters, your joy is welcome, and your presence is a blessing. If you're returning, you already know that I love and appreciate you. Welcome one and all. Bring your positive vibes and let's connect. And I will be using my phone because I'm still not seeing the chat on my system. So I will be going into my phone. Let me see if I can access the live. Yes, it's coming up. The Wonder Oven Pro is an okay, let me just turn this down. There we go. All right. So yes, I can see in the chat now. Let's see if we have any messages. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to hit that thumbs up and put a heart in the chat to let me know that you're here and you are enjoying the program for tonight. All right, so yeah, my screen is blacked out. I'm not sure what's going on. all week, all week, all week. But when your day is not going the way, or your week is not going the way, and it's behaving like the snowfall outside, know that next week is going to be better. Next week is going to be your week, okay? All right. Let's continue with our program because nothing not going to stop us, and try and have that mentality that no matter what comes, we go ahead. And our affirmation for this year 2026 is all about that. So let's do our affirmation and then we get into our members shout out. All right. Grounded in purpose, covered in grace, and moving forward in faith. Yes, we have to keep moving in faith. So, grounded in purpose, covered in grace, and moving forward in faith. Remember throughout the week that you're grounded in purpose, you have a purpose to be here, and you're covered with the grace of God. And yes, you are moving forward in faith. Nothing is going to stop you. And so we are moving forward with tonight's program. Screen still hasn't come forth, but I am still moving forward. All right, so I just want to find out, how has your day been? Or how has your week been? Bobby too, yes, I'm seeing the chat now. Good evening, Portia. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Always happy to see you here. It makes me feel good. So we have Bobby too joining us, and we know we have other persons joining us. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Let me know how your week has been. For me, as I already been saying, the weather is cold, a lot of snowing. Bobby to say, and snowy here. Oh my, it's snowing there as well. Wow. I tell you, I know you last week live you had snow. You said in the morning you had snow. So it has been snowing all week for us. And yeah, it has been cold. I think today or yesterday, last night. I'm not sure of this morning. I think it was 21, minus 21 this morning when Andel checked. But I know last night it was around that as well, in the minus 20 region. Very cold, very cold. If you touch the glass, you know, and when you feel the glass or you feel the wall, you can feel the coldness. So yes, we have been having that. We're going to talk about it still as we go into the program. So, anyone else have been getting snow, or have you been in the tropics? Ooh, the sunny, sunny tropics. Oh, that has been. Or you have been getting a lot of rain. Let me know in the chat what kind of weather you have been getting. You can put even an emoji, and that will let us know what kind of weather you have been having. Our members shout out. As you know, I'm so thankful and appreciative of my members and the consistency. I don't know what's going on, but my system wants to go AY, but it's not going to do that for me because we have to go ahead with our program. So, as usual, I normally have my members shout out. So I'm going to start at Katie Pitter. Yes. And Bobby, too, I'm going to ask you to put Katie's under in the chat for me, please. Thank you so much. We have Retired Beard. Hi, Retired Beard. It's, yeah, the same as Cece here. Wow. I tell you, it is in a lot of places, the US, Canada, and even in Russia, a part of Russia always have snow. Yes, so all over the where we normally have snow or cold weather. Yes. Adi says blessings, Retired Beard says, Portia, fantastic even to you. Good evening, Retired Beard. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So we have Retired Beard and is in the chat. And we also have Katie Pitter. And we also have Adi64, and yes, Bobby 2, CC1234. Please check out my members. They mean the world to me, and I would love for you to support them. And please put your under in the chat so that I can subscribe to your channel if I haven't done so already, or I can if I have, then I will be able to know that, yeah, you're supporting the Saturday Night Live, so so your channel turn up. So yeah, I will watch your video this upcoming week. I'm much more in a better spot than before in watching my members and my subscribers channel. And when you place a comment in the chat, I can just quickly go to your channel. I think that's one of the easiest way I've found, that when I'm responding to my comments, I'll just click on your channel, watch a video or two, and then we get on with someone else comment. And yes, I think that is a good way, a strategy that has been working for me. So Retired means lots to us too. Wonderful. Yes. I'm glad to see you, Beard and Adiz. All right. Thank you so much, Cece. Yes. And I want to give a special shout out, special shout out to Peace, Love, Sunshine. She has been doing a lot of work, and Bobby too will understand what I'm saying. Check out her channel and see the work that she is doing. It really takes a lot for persons to stand up and to be a voice to the voiceless. So if you can check out her channel and show her some love, leave some hearts there, leave a positive comment, and let her know that we appreciate what she is doing. Really would love that. 5 centimeters of snow here. Wow, they said we are supposed to get 30 centimeters of snow. So that's a lot, Beard. where I used to be in Jamaica. Never have to deal with so much snow. Thank you so much, Cece, for that. Yes, so you can check out Peace, Love, Sunshine and the work that she's doing with her team. And if you want to support this channel a little bit more than just watching my videos, you know, attending my Saturday night live, you can join my membership, the Portia Nation family, and you can um, get loyalty badges, custom emojis, shout out like I've been giving to my members, and exclusive and early videos and members only live. Next week, I think it's Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to look back and see when we usually have our members only live, and I'll be putting out a notice for that. Yes. Yes. So Retarbia says, Portia love. Retarbia said, what in the world, Portia love? Not sure. I think that may be an emoji or something. Okay. Thank you so much. It's not working for me. Okay, I got you. Laugh out loud. So you wanted to put up an emoji because when you have your loyalty badges, your emojis, you can put that up. So thank you, Retired Beard. I appreciate that love. All right. So you can also support me with a super chat or a super thanks. So when you watch my videos, my regular videos or my shorts, you will see a little heart there with a cash sign. When you click on it, you can choose how much you'd like to contribute towards my channel, right? It helps to grow it, and also YouTube help to push my videos out more to persons. As I said before, this is what I do. This is my full-time job. So I would love your support. There we go. That one wicked worked. That one worked. All right, wonderful. And I like it. Yes. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate all the love and support. And you can also go to my Instagram and you will get a different vibes there at my Instagram channel. All right, so we are basically into tonight's program. We'll be talking about this storm that we have been having, and it is, as I said, the theme for tonight is Toronto braces. God bless. Welcome. God bless 2649. Hi, Isis. All right. Good evening. God bless. So wonderful. Thank you so much. That means my dad may be watching. Welcome, Dad. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's Saturday Night Live. I appreciate all of you presence with me. Thank you so much for your support. So Toronto, and when we say Toronto, because Toronto is like the city, the main hub of Ontario. So, and even Canada, right? So Toronto braces for dangerous Arctic blast and extreme cold is expected. And let me tell you, persons have been screaming. They want it to be finished. Last year, it wasn't bad. This is the first I've seen the weather like this, just constantly going. But we have gotten 1 and 2 sunshine coming out. So thank God for peace, love, and sunshine. All right. And we have Risana joining. Good night. Good night, Risana. Thank you so much for joining. All right. Thank you so much. So this major storm, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it based on what it brings. So it's a wide swath of snow, ice, freezing rain, and dangerously cold temperatures. I know we have been feeling the cold temperature across much of North America, and it's really stated for this weekend. Millions of people from the southern US all the way through Canada are affected by heavy snow, ice, and Arctic cold. You see that ice? Oh my gosh, I should have brought some more snow, but I forgot. You see that ice last week? If you haven't watched my live last week, check it out because you will see in the live the ice how it compresses. I put some ice, some snow in a jar. It was really compact And when it started melting, it actually come together into a ice, and then it start melting. So imagine that ice, the snow coming together, creating that ice, and sits on the road. Your vehicle is going to skid. And that is how a lot of accident occurs. Retire Bear says, this weather, he says, this weather can get my mood down. I love to spend time outside. Being too wet and cold to not seeing drags me down. And let me tell you, this week it has been the winter blues. This week, I think it's normally between the 20th and the 25th when it's the coldest time. And if you look on the record, this week has been the coldest since the winter has started for me. It has been. Bobby CC says, I hear you, Beard. The pups can't stand it either. Yes, I tell you, it's just it really brings your spirit down. I think this week I was a bit miserable, if you want to call it that. And it was just this morning. I was thinking about all that I've gone through this week, and I'm saying, but it is the winter week blues. Yes, this week is the winter blues. So I understand why my mood was like oh it was. So you will experience that. And one of the things that you can do is to make some tea, even hot chocolate, and get comfortable, right? And you can also make sure you cover up. We're going to talk about it still, but make sure you layer up properly, feeling comfortable. And you can also get rest. You can also do your exercise, and you can also, call somebody up, talk with them, and all of that. Retire Bear say, poor Dougal, doggos. Yes, it's not easy for any of them. It will feel like that, and they can't get to go outside, they can't get to move up and down. It's like what happens to the ice, it compacts, so it starts to make you feel withdrawn. So you can reach out to persons, and that will help. Retire Bear says a good time to focus on me, on health. Health is a big thing, especially now. Oh, we have Penelope, who howdy. Hel- Hello, you all. Hello, you all. Yes, thank you so much for joining, and thank you for commenting. I appreciate it. And Cece says, hi, Penelope. Welcome in. Yes, and he says, or says, I'm not sure, says, Penelope says, thanks, Bobby. Yes. And Retarbia saying hi as well. Wonderful. Thank you so much for welcoming Penelope. And I will be checking out your channel. Yes. As I said, I have my little book. So I'm just going to put your channel in as well so I can check you out. All right. Just give me a moment to make a note so that I can do that. All right. This is good. So we have Penelope. Penelope, howdy. Oh, nice name. All right. Thank you so much. Wonderful. All right. So make sure you reach out to someone because that also helps. In the United States, it said that the storm is impacting more than 200 million people across a huge portion of the US with snow, sleet, freezing rain, and hazardous conditions from Texas and the southern plain to the East Coast. And let me tell you, I saw a video. I came across this video with Florida, a part of Florida, having snow. I was like, is this for real? We tried to find it on the news, but we didn't hear of Florida. So if somebody can confirm that, if snow is in Florida, let me know. And Retired Bear says she's one of the new Fanny Pack members. All right. Thank you so much for joining. So Penelope Howdy is coming from Retired Bears community. Thank you so much. I will be subscribing. I figured, and Bobby, CC says, nice. Retired Bear says, I figured it might be a good fit for her to, let me see, to her around here. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Retired Beard. Wonderful. I appreciate. Yes, so the message is coming in. So I'm using my phone. All right. So please confirm with me if Florida is really getting snow, because that's what I saw. But you know, it's not everything you see now. You can say it's definite. All right. Thank you. It says that many years I've seen thousands of flight cancellations, travel disruptions, and power outages. And yes, we have been getting a lot of flight cancellation even here in Canada. So one thing I can say, if you have a flight, keep a check of it to see, what's going on, so that you know if there's a cancellation. You don't go to the airport and there's no flight. All right. So keep a check of that. And another thing going on in the US, states of emergency have been declared in multiple states due to heavy snow and ice threats, and travel is being strongly discouraged where conditions are dangerous. Let me tell you, when I look and I see the vehicles, skidding on those ice sheet, I tell you, you better you just stay home, because if vehicle is going to, get damaged, don't chance it if you don't have to. That's what I have to say about that. Stay home if you can. If you have to go out, you have to just be careful. Make sure you inform someone that you're heading out. And if you can, call them on the journey, say, this is where I'm at. So they know if anything should happen, you're between this and that. So they can able to send emergency team. All right. Just a tip. In Ontario and much of southern Canada, bitter cold and significant snowfalls are expected. As I said before, wind chill values as low as -30 or colder are possible, along with 20 to 30 centimeter or more of snow. They are sent about 20. Now it gone to 30 centimeter of snow in places like the GTA and surrounding regions. Environment and Climate Change Canada has issued weather warnings for extreme cold and winter storm conditions that can make travel difficult and hazardous. Across much of Canada, from the prairies to eastern provinces, extreme cold, yes, Arctic air and snow are moving in, creating dangerous travel and outdoor conditions. But I want to tell you, why this storm that is happening is dangerous. They said that the system is so impactful because Arctic cold air is colliding with widespread moisture. This leads not just to snow, but to heavy ice accumulation and prolonged cold, which brings risk like ice building on roads, trees, and power lines, widespread outages. And make sure you charge your phones as I reach here. And my phone is at 100% because I keep making sure that it is charged, because as they say, outages, slippery travel conditions, frostbite, yes, at extreme wind chills. Frostbite is when your hands become so cold that it starts to create this black thing on your hands and your toes. Yes, and do you know that that's your limbs, your hands, your feet, and as I said, your neck. Those are the places that you have to really make sure you protect, and your back, where your lungs is located. Yes, those are places that you want to keep warm, because those are places that you experience coolness first. It was minus 20 Fahrenheit here the other morning. Wow, my skin was sticking. I tell you, it is something. It's an experience for me. Being coming from the Caribbean, experiencing sunshine, experiencing that tropic weather, and to have like a 360 degrees, or what you say, something like that, of a weather condition at this time of the year, not pretty at all. It's something that I've come to understand and trying to accept and trying to embrace. But I love my tropics still. Yes. I wouldn't want to trade it, but I have to say I did. Retired Beard says, I have a theory when I am smoking. Sorry, I have a theory that when I'm smoking outside, my lungs won't freeze. I wonder why. Make sure you cover up those lungs, Retired Bear. Don't risk it. Yes, Retired Bear said tropical weather can't be beat. You can only try with the cold. And I tell you, any extreme is not good. Even when you're out there in the tropics, if you have extreme heat, your feet can be swollen. You can even faint. So you have to make sure in each weather condition that we have to make sure extreme weather condition, I should say, we have to make sure we do what we need to do in those weather conditions to make sure that it doesn't affect us negatively. Retired Bear said you can only try with the cold. All right, we did read that. Yes, but protect those lungs, Retired Beard, please. Ice can be even more dangerous, they are saying, than snow because it sticks and weighs down infrastructure. And that is why sometimes roof cave in. That is why, even the roads, when the ice get between it, it will expand and just break up the road. So many things that ice can do. So it's very dangerous. Retired Bear says, I try to protect myself as much as I can. Wonderful. I give you a heart for that. I appreciate that. Wonderful. Thank you so much for doing that. Yes. So we are getting down to the point. If there's anything, as I said, you can always put in the chat so that we can talk about it. All right. I just want to make sure that we are understanding that this weather condition is because of what is going on with the moisture colliding, the cold air colliding with widespread moisture, how we can protect ourselves as we go through this winter. But let me ask you a question. Do you like the cold weather? And what do you do to stay warm during this time if you're living in if you're I'm saying no, if you're living in climates like these? What are you doing to protect yourself? Do you like it? So Retired Bear says, I try to protect myself as much as I can. I have clothes that protect down to minus 35 Fahrenheit. Wow, my gloves are minus 50. And Bobby too says no. Retired Bear say, I'm praying for summer every day. Woo! I can't wait. I tell you, I said to myself that when winter break, I've really been looking for winter in a sense that, yeah man, when winter come, I go there. I'm going to, let me see if I can come out of my patois. You may not understand me properly, but yes, I said before winter came, I said, yeah, man, when winter comes, I am going to go out and I'm going to go here and there. I'm going to show my viewers, what snow look like and stuff like that. Guys, my beautiful people, I chicken out because it has been so cold. It has been cold. When I look through the window and I see what's going on out there, mm-mm, I don't want to venture out. But I try to go to church as best as possible. But tell you, in the week, I I I can't manage it. If I'm not, and they're saying go here. Even nowadays, I don't even say, let me know when you're going to this when you're going to stop by the supermarket. I'm coming. I usually say, I want to come when you're going to supermarket if he's getting anything. And now, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't even ask him that because it's so cold and I don't want to venture out. I chicken out, guys. But I'm looking forward to spring and I'm looking forward to summer, of course, with our rear. Definitely. I spend lots of time in my bathroom because it's tropical. It's hot in there. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you for cracking me up with that. Retired Bear say, listen to some island music. I can um for force no feeling of being in Hawaii. Okay, so I'm not seeing all of the words, but Retired Bear says that he listens to some island music, and I agree. Yes, that's a good way of combating this feeling that we feel, during winter. It's not easy, you have to layer up. Make sure you have on this. Let me show you some other stuff that I do. If I'm going out, I make sure. Let me see. All right. If I have this alone, I just put it over my head like this. I make sure one side is, let me show you, shorter than the other. So they have different ways that you can do it with your scarf. And then I just go like this. Or with the way I had it before, you can go like this. Just make sure it is up, tilt it over, and then you pull it all the way up. And this is a knot that we use in Pathfinder in Master Guide. And you make sure your what? Your ears are covered and your neck. Yes, you have to make sure that they are covered because you don't want no frostbite to bite you up. And sometimes frostbite, you actually can lose those parts of your body. They can break off. That's how bad it is. And they're warning persons to stay home because when frostbite, it's so cold. I remember one day I was out and it was so cold before this extreme. Um, before this extreme, we have some chats here. So Richard Bear says, I wear 3 layers bottom and 2 on top. I tell you, I know what you mean. When Andel going out, it's the same thing. You have to layer up. And but Sissy says, I just stay indoors. I tell you, I stay indoors. I just don't want to venture outside. I really don't want to because of how cold it is. RJ, welcome, welcome. So we have RJ joining us. Welcome, RJ. And RJ says, Bobby too, and Retired Beard. Hi, RJ. Um, even RJ, even Retired Beard. Wonderful. Welcome, Retired Beard. Giving you a heart. Thanks for joining. I tell you, you have to make sure you are layered up. Yes, for the weather. But I remember it was so cold. I think I went to church to volunteer because usually we have tender mercies where we cater for persons who need groceries and stuff like that. And I would go there and help them pack, load the shelf and stuff like that. And I remember one day it was pretty cold and my hands were literally freezing and I was worried about the frostbite, but I said, I don't think I'm that cold enough to get it. But it was one of those days that it was extremely cold and it was long before we started having consistent snowfall. So imagine going out now. It's not pretty. So me rate those who have to go out every day and doing what they're doing. It's not an easy thing. When you see them, just if you can give them an encouragement, give them an encouragement. If you can, give them a smile, give them a smile, because it's not easy something to go out there. RJ says, I layer up too. Canada hasn't been this cold since I can remember. But Portia, you've been in Canada long. Yes, this is the first time I've experienced this kind of weather, winter in Canada. Person says that, it's that when before they were saying that we're not seeing weather yet. You're not supposed to see it like a decade ago, how it was. And I'm like, huh? When they describe how it was, and now we're experiencing a bit of it coming back. Hopefully next year won't be bad like this one, but it has been very active. What can we do to stay safe? And I just want to share some practical steps that you can use. So before a storm comes, make sure you stock basic supplies like water, food, medication, because you may be locked indoors. And when I look at the shelves in America, some of them are clean, 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 clean. So people have been preparing. Charge devices. Yes, my phones are charged, and battery packs. Make sure you charge them. I haven't charged my GoPro, but I'm going to charge it when I'm finished. Yes, make sure you charge your batteries. If you have a radio that can use battery, make sure you have battery in there so you can keep abreast of the weather. Check home eating system. Make sure it is eating properly. Insulate pipes and seal drains. And another thing I learned, that you can just let the pipe top a little bit. That will keep it from freezing. So persons who live in Alberta knows about this, because someone from Alberta had shared it, that they crack the pipe a little teeny bit, so you get top, so that it doesn't freeze up. There's heat still going through, right? RJ says, if you have a heater, use it wisely. Yes, you have to. And there's a temperature that they say that it should be at. I'm not remembering it in my mind. Ontario, Canada says it should be at, so that it's not, low, it's not high, it's just at that good temperature. So you can make sure, check in your area, what is that temperature for you. If you must go outside, avoid driving if possible. That's what they say, because remember, it's ice. The road's going to turn ice. When that icy rain touch on them, it's going to freeze up, as I showed you last week. Check out that video last week, or last week Saturday Night Live. You will see that ice. And it's going to be on the road. So your vehicle can skid. It can go into a tree, can go into another vehicle. You don't know. So if you don't have to go out, don't go out. But if you have to, make sure it's safe to do so. Keep an emergency kit in your vehicle. Yes, that is so important. You're supposed to have a flashlight. You're supposed to have a lighter. You're supposed to have a candle, a blanket. I'm not remembering what else, so you can stay warm. There was a young lady that got stuck, and I think probably her battery went, because she had on her vehicle. She was talking to her family and all of that. Then she went. and that's coolness. So please make sure you have your emergency kit. We said a flashlight, a a flashlight, a candle, a lighter, a blanket, and food. Don't leave your food, not even if there isn't a storm. Once you're going out on the road, make sure you have a little snack, whether it's a sweetie. Yes, because even a sweetie can save your life, right? So, because yeah, some persons who, have sugar pressure and stuff, if they don't eat, yeah, they can faint, but a little sweetie can help to build up that. So always keep in mind that. Another thing, protect yourself from cold. And we have been talking about it in the chat that we need to layer up. And Retired Bear says he layer up with 3 layers, bottom and 2 on top. I would have said 2 bottom and 3 on top. Yes, because I always going out wear a vest. And I've had that vest when I just came. That was my first gift that Andel gave to me. My first gift was a vest. And then you have on you have on, I would normally have on this underblouse. Even now, I do have an underblouse. I'm just going to show a little strap of it. See, I have an underblouse. Then I have this. Then I would put on my sweater or something that is much warmer. And then I would put on my vest, and then I would put on my winter jacket that has the hoodie, right? So that I'm protected. And it's good to have your scarf or have something else that protects your throat, because your throat is very delicate to the cold. So bear in mind that as well. So in protecting yourself from the cold, make sure you wear layers, cover exposed skin. As I said, your limbs, your hands, your feet, and your neck and your back, where your lungs are, you need to protect those. Those are very delicate areas. Yes, we always walk around with our nose sleeve and all of that, but those are very delicate areas that when they're exposed, they can make you sick, right? So make sure you protect those areas. Take frequent warm breaks indoors. That's important, or in your vehicle, or you can make sure you have your warm tea, your travel. Father's Day. This is Andel's cup. I like it because of the shape of it. Yes. So he has mine and I have his. So make sure you have your tea in your mug. You have that with you, and you have water as well to keep your throat moist. Yes. Refreshing. It will help to do that for you. RJ says, I got tons of mugs. Yes, bring them with you. And another thing that you can do, you see, you have we do a lot of soup in the winter. We love soup in the winter. It's just so nice. And teas, right? You can put in your mug your hot chocolate, yes, RJ, and your tea, right? But you can also put your soup and bring that along. Even just the liquid part of the soup can make a big difference. Try it and you will see that even having that can make a big difference. But it's good to have those things with you. And watch for frostbite signs, numbness, tingling. I tell you, the numbness is a big sign that you're very cold. The numbness of your finger. I remember having my fingers, I was telling you, and I took the bus and my fingers were so cold. And even when I had them in my winter jacket pockets, they were so numb. And I'm like, I don't want to get frostbite. No, I don't want that dark looking thing, right? And I'm like, please, let me get to my destination quick, because it was super numb, right? Please make sure you don't take this cold weather for granted. We may be used to it from previous years and think that no, it's all right. But if they are warning you, take the warning. It's actually in Ontario, it's in orange, meaning that it's dangerous. So please protect yourself. RJ say yesterday my toes were slowly freezing. I tell you, hands get numb. Your feet and your hands and your neck are the first places that really experience the coldness. Because usually, Evan, as I said, your vest and all of that. So those are not so much protected. You have on a thick socks, right? But the coldness is coming from underneath and it can go into your toes and yeah, it can cause it can cause damage, right? No, we're almost there, but me like the engagement of the chat. So thank you so much. If there's any tip that you have that I haven't mentioned as yet, or if you want to comment on any of the tips, please put it in the chat so that we can talk about it. Right? Yes, I would love that. So make sure you have your tea, your hot chocolate, or some hot soup in your mug, taking with you, especially if you work and you have to take the bus. I take the bus now, guys. Yes. And I just drive in a vehicle. And yeah, when I go to church, yes. But if I want to move around and they're gone to work and I want to move around, I jump on a bus and I gone, which I want to be able to do that. Come spring, come summer, I want to be able to move around. As I said, I had plans for this winter, but this winter had planned for me too. It says, stay home, you're not going nowhere. So I have to stay home. So the next step before we close is power and heating. Stay updated on local alerts. And I've been doing that every morning throughout the day. We check and see especially in the morning and in the evening, you check and see when it's going to snow, what's the temperature like, and what they're saying, if there's any emergency or anything like that. So make sure you have some form of a way of getting updates. Have alternative eating if power goes out. I remember one person had said that they used to eat their hands over the stove, keep themselves, but that can be dangerous because of the fumes coming from the stove, that kind of heat. So you have to think, how can we protect ourselves is if heat gone? If heat gone, I make sure I have my candles, I have a flashlight, right? You can always stay around a candle. You have candles that are not just the stick. You have some that are in the jars and stuff like that, right? So it's big. You have some pretty, I love candles, I love candles. I love nice candles. So if you like candles like me, especially the fancy nice smelling ones, you can drop a candle in the chat. But yes, so you can have your candles. RJ says I would encourage people to wrap in their beds, but people got to move, so folks find blankets and candles. If you're very cold, use oil lamps. And oil lamps is something that I don't see regularly. I don't see that regularly, oil lamps. But oil lamps is old fashioned, but it's always good because you can warm up with that as well. And if you have your fireplace, yes, you can also use your fireplace and get warm. Make sure you have woods inside so you don't have to go outside, and put in stick by stick and make sure it doesn't out and keep going and keep warm. That is so good. I do have relaxing music that have fire place and sounds, so you can check those out while you're relaxing by your fireplace. You hear the fire cracking and all of that. Yes, and some nice music playing. Yes, really nice. RJ says my grandma has one, and my parents used to own one. All right. So those are really nice to have a fireplace that you can do that. Always nice. RJ say, listen to Christmas songs. Yes, you can listen to Christmas songs. You can listen to classic music. You can listen to stuff that will relax you and put you in a good vibes. That is also good. And make sure you have some greenery as well. Remember, I showed you the plant that I have. It's recommended that when we are going through winter, that we have something green to look at. I have a plant right there that I look at. Let me see if I can show you for those who don't know. But this is a plant that I have. So every day, every hour, I look at it, and it does help. It's good to have greenery where you are. And persons who are in the tropics, we know so they have enough greenery. Galore. But God is so good to us in the in this part of the world. We also have what do you call the trees? Evergreen tree or willow tree, evergreen tree, that God knew that we're going to need it. So he allows us to have those kind of tree. And RJ says many Caribbean people around um, this section will grieve about missing home and going back. I can imagine. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining that, because I always say to Andel that God allows snow for a reason. And one year we found out one of the reasons. Whenever you get like a good snowstorm, the following day you will get a lot of sun because the earth gets so close. God allowed the snow to fall to protect the earth from the heat of the sun that will be coming. Yes. And one day I was talking to God about it, why snow and all that. And so the Arctic, those animals that live up there, and a balance of the world, a balance because of the balance that God wants the earth to have. He allows snow. So it's important that we get it. We may not like it, but there's a reason for it. Just like other things that he says. CC says, I bet RJ, I would love the tropics. Yes, weather right now. I tell you, Bobby too. You gave me a great idea, CC. Thank you so much for that idea. And RJ says, Bobby too, for sure. But I'm a born Canadian, so I'm used to the snow. I tell you. Yes. So we have to adopt, right? Some persons say, I will never accept this. I will never accept winter. I will never. I'm just waiting for summer. I'm just waiting for it. I will never accept winter. But it's here. What we're going to do? We have to live through it. We have to keep moving. Yes. And let's dream about the tropics this summer coming. Yes. And imagine yourself being in the tropics. Imagine yourself being in Jamaica, sitting out on the beach shore, and you're feeling the sun touching your body. You're drinking a glass of lemonade with straw and a little pine cut at the rim of the glass. Yeah? Picture that. And you're hearing the waves just boxing against the beach, the shore. Picture the boat going out to sea. And it's just going. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. Batavia says, I want tropic weather for 11 months, one winter month. But we do get 4 or 5 of it. RJ says, what amazes me, how the Inuit people endure the north, endure the harsh winter. It's not easy, but guess what? Their system have adjusted to it. They have conditioned their minds to it. I tell you, it's not easy. There is a video that Andel came across of an old man living in Siberia, in Russia. And let me tell you, he has been living there for about 20 years, him alone in his cabin. And the cabin didn't have a proper window. So one day he said that one day he prayed to God, and from that day he kept on praying to God. And then people turned up and started to interview him and started to bring gifts for him and stuff. And he said, since I started praying to God, my life has changed. The man has adapted to the coldness. His face is left out, but he usually covers every part of him. And when he's to take a cold shower, he makes sure he eats up the water inside. And then he goes on the outside. He doesn't have an inside bathroom. And he goes out and he put the water in a container at the top of the makeshift, and then it just drips down, and he would wash his hair and he would wash his face and wash his body. I tell you, it's an amazing story, that gentleman, what he experienced. And for them to show his everyday life, even fishing. He said that sometimes he doesn't have food, so he will go to the fishing, that the river, or that part of the water where there's water, I think river, and he would try to catch fish. Sometimes he doesn't catch, and where he walked to go is a far journey. And if he doesn't get any, he has to walk to the nearest community, which is miles. I'm like, in cold, like really harsh cold. There's nothing near land that you can see the earth or anything like that, just snow covered. So, half of his body is in snow. Imagine that. RJ says it's hard for me to imagine that let's see, I'm such a foreign to the tropics. You will get used to it. You're getting there. Your heart is there. RJ says, God heard and sent people to help him. Yes, they changed his window. So he has a glass window that he can now see outside. And the last time we were watching, when I was watching it, because I think Andel watched all of it, but I, me have to get back to work. So I would take a glimpse of it. And they know, they print out all the comments that he got from persons that they commented on the person's channel, and telling how they feel and all of that. They printed out for him, and he have those to read. He was just smiling when he was going through them, some of them. And then there are those people who commented and they're gifting him a solar system. And he said, no, I can watch TV. I'm living it up. Oh my gosh. The gentleman said, he's an old man, he's in his 70s. He said, no, I'm living it up and smiling like it's the best thing that have ever happened to him. And tell you the truth, it's one of the best things that have ever happened to him. For him to be able to now probably even see himself watching and seeing his experience and his life on screen, to be able to be loved by people who don't even know him. They just hear about his story. It's just so amazing to see that. Now we're at 5 minutes after 9. So we are wrapping it up now. It was really great talking with all of you. So the last point is never use outdoor heaters or grills indoors. carbon monoxide risk. And generators, persons have had them in their what do you call it, their homes. They have had it in their garage, and it kills them, like literally put them to sleep, never to wake up. So please be careful of that. Really be careful. So, as we said before, a large widespread winter storm is affecting the US and Canada this weekend. Heavy snow, ice, extreme cold are threatened in many regions. Travel is dangerous. Please stay safe and prepare ahead. So I leave that with you, and knowing that with God all things are possible. This shall pass. The winter is not here to stay. Let us, like retired beard, look forward to summer coming. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. So please stay safe. Don't go out if you don't have to. If you have to, make sure you layer up and make sure you protect your hands. You have mitten, you have gloves, do whatever it is to protect yourself as you go out. And respect to all our service people, our police, our nurses and doctors, our truck drivers who plow the snow off the road. Big up to each and every one of you. Big up to officials, the people who are out there keeping us safe, keeping the roads clean, service centers, and those who are taking in the centers that are taking in persons who live on the street and so forth. Really respect all the work you're doing. Thank you everyone for joining tonight. I love and happy that you could join us. I appreciate it. One love. God bless. And I'll see you next week, Saturday. And next week, Saturday will be grand because it's our celebration Saturday. It's our party Saturday. Yes. So come with your excitement, come with your good vibes, and let us have a wonderful time. Take care. Enjoy the week. And remember to stay safe. We'll see each other next week, Saturday night. Bye-bye. Take care. Blessings. Good night, everyone. God bless.